Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Manning tonight. You're listening to the Mackey Motors at Tailgate, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Check them out online as well at MackeyMotors.com. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. It is Class 1A Region 5 quarterfinal round action. IKM-Manning is hosting Kingsley Pierson here tonight. The Wolves coming in off of a nice victory the other night as they got by Boyer Valley 3-0. Kingsley Pierson advanced with a 3-1 victory over Ridgeview. The winners here tonight will take on the winner between West Monona and Woodbury Central. They're playing that up at West Monona tonight. That'll be up at West Monona coming up on Monday night. The top half of the Class 1A Region 5 bracket has Rockford squaring off with Newman at Catholic and Janesville hosting at North Butler. IKM-Manning having an outstanding season. Their head coach, McKaylee Cron, they come in 27-8 on the year, went 6-2 in the Western Iowa Conference. They have won 5 straight, defeating Boyer Valley 3-0, Audubon 2-0, AHSD Avoca Walnut 2-0, Tri-Center 2-1, and Loma 2-1. For Kingsley Pierson, they've had a strong year as well, going at 21-10 overall, 5-4 in the Western Valley Conference under head coach Brittany Hansen. They have won 3 straight and are 4-1 in their last 5 games, where they beat River Valley again 3-1, knocked off Storm Lake 3-2, topped at Maple Valley Antidoto Charter Oak Ute by a final of 3-1, fell to Ridgeview 3-2, and defeated at River Valley as well by a final of 2-0. These two teams similar in some ways, and of course, as most volleyball, they are different in some ways as well. For Kingsley Pierson, they come in with 824 assists on the year. They run a 5-1, but kind of a 6-2 at the same time. They use 2 setters, but they run it out of a 5-1 kind of a setup. Because sometimes their setter will check out and they'll bring in a different setter. Other times they'll move their setter, the right young lady, Ryan Wright, to the back row and run kind of a 6-2 at that time. So they run kind of a version of a 5-1 and a 6-2. They'll play up to 12 girls that'll see the floor. So I'm going to have a busy time probably trying to keep up with all the lineup changes that they are going to be making here tonight. For IKM-Manning, they really play about 8 or 9 girls. They'll run a 5-1. Carly Arp has had a terrific year as their setter. They've got some outstanding hitters just like this Kingsley Pierson team does. So Kingsley Pierson averages about 9.7 assists per set. IKM-Manning at 8.3. IKM-Manning right now at 9.7 kills per set, with Kingsley Pierson at 10.5. But IKM-Manning a much better hitting team. The Wolves coming in hitting 189, while Kingsley Pierson hitting 082 on the year. Now, Kingsley Pierson also a little bit better of a blocking team. They come in with 226 blocks, averaging 2.7%, while IKM-Manning with 142 blocks at 1.5%. Now, the Wolves are a team that hits well against teams that block well. That's something that Coach Cron has this team work on almost every day in practice. So hands in their face when they're swinging has not intimidated this team all season long. We'll see what happens tonight. Digs-wise, it is, again, Kingsley Pierson with a slight lead there. They average about 19.9%, with IKM-Manning at 13.1%. And IKM-Manning a slight advantage in aces, averaging 2.1%, while it is Kingsley Pierson averaging just right at 2%. Kingsley Pierson, though, serving 92.1% on the year, while IKM-Manning at 89.2. Jeff Storyhan in the house taking photos. You'll find those photos. They will be free to download coming up later on tonight or tomorrow again. So we appreciate Jeff bringing you again those free pictures, professional pictures that you can have and be able to see and stuff that Jeff takes and edits, and then we're able to put them out. So we appreciate that. We're going to step away. We'll take a quick break. We'll have starting lineups. That's coming up. You're listening to the Mackey Motors Tailgate right here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't say two birds with one stone. We say two damages with one deductible. With us, if your home and auto are both damaged in one storm, you will pay only one deductible. Talk to an agent about our one deductible advantage. In Manning, Iowa, contact Farm Bureau agent, myself, Kyle Wagner, at 712-655-5471. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Hey Wolf fans, Jeremy here with Manning Municipal Utilities, your hometown utility team. We are proud to provide Manning and our surrounding communities with electric, natural gas, and fiber internet, delivering reliable services, competitive rates, and helping grow our community stronger every day. We proudly support the IKM-Manning Wolves and wish all players and coaches the best of luck this season. Go Wolves!
Time is money. With today's busy lifestyles, one of the biggest benefits of banking with Templeton Savings Bank is the convenient service you get. TSB has a variety of products and services to meet your busy schedule, including 24-hour privilege status ATMs, online banking from anywhere, anytime, and mobile deposit to capture. The friendly, experienced staff at TSB is proving their commitment to you every day. You can count on it. Templeton Savings Bank with offices in Manning and Templeton, member FDIC and proud supporter of IKM-Manning. We welcome you back down here at 2 Manning tonight, getting ready for some more volleyball action as we come to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Appreciate everybody joining us here tonight. Wolves again picking up a win over Boyer Valley Monday night. The winners here will be back in action coming up this coming Monday. If you're looking for our radio broadcast, we've got Woodbine at Audubon with Mason Nealon on KCIM. We've got Ridgeview at East Sac County with Casey Miners on Kick 106.7, and Glidden Ralston at, of course, they are at right now down at Coon Rapids Bayard. Nick Brinks with that on 93.7 at KKRL. So hopefully all of those going to be good matches. We also have South Central Calhoun at Dike, New Hartford, and Exira Kimballton at St. Albert tonight for our other broadcast, or not broadcast, but our other volleyball matches. And we will have, of course, recaps of all of our area volleyball and cross country from earlier today. Kemper ran over at Gilbert. I haven't seen results for that yet, but we'll try to find those yet tonight and get those out for you in a recap story to let you know if Kemper had any runners qualify for the state meet. And again, they ran over at Gilbert at the Iowa State course. IKM-Manning to serve it away. As we get underway here in set number 1, it'll be Carly Arp serving. Ridgeview in the back row. Serve on the way, and that is going to be popped up by Pratt. They'll set it left side to Foster. That'll be cross dug by Stengel. Lindy up to Addie Bando. That's going to go out of bounds and almost hit the up official. So Kingsley Pierson will take a 1-0 lead. Starters for Kingsley Pierson: Peyton Trapp, Ryan Wright, Julia Howe, Addie Foster, Ada Pratt, and Blakely Goodwin. We'll give you the IKM-Manning starters coming up here in just a moment. Serve on the way from Ryan Wright, taken by Stengel. Arp will track it down over to A-Shot on the left side. Tipped down the line, dug up by Wright. Maggie Pshaw will get it. They'll get it over into the hands of Pratt, and that one going to sail long, and IKM-Manning will tie it up at 1-1. For IKM-Manning, it's Anna Stengel, Addie Bando, also Olivia Lindy, Caitlin Bando, Carly Arp, Ella Lango, Keegan A-Shide, your starters here tonight. Addie Bando with the serve, taken by Goodwin. They'll get it to right into the middle to Foster. Dug by Lindy off of the touch from Caitlin Bando. Over to Langle on the left side. Dug by Pshaw. Left side now to Howe. That'll be dug by Lindy back left. Arp goes right side to A-Shide, and A-Shide going to pick up the kill off of Wright in the back. And Keegan A-Shide picking up her first kill. Carly Arp with her first assist on the night. Wolves have their first lead, as they lead it here by a score of 2-1. Art picking up assist number 731 of the season. A-Shide leading this team in kills now with 326. Bando serve off the net, dug that time by Pratt. They'll go to Howe on the left right side, dug by Bando. Arp goes left or right side to A-Shide into the back middle, played backwards by Goodwin, and Keegan A-Shide picking up back-to-back kills. Has put the Wolves on top here by a score of 3-1. Again, we get into the postseason. We go to audio now on our YouTube channel. It costs a lot to be able to get out and do video coverage in the postseason, so we switch over to audio here. We're going to get a lift call. Going to go on right on the set. She went up and set it with one hand. She'll be called for the lift. The Wolves' lead right now is 4-1. So a good start here for IKM-Manning. Addie Bando again with the serve. Taken by Pratt in the back left. They'll come back over to Pratt on the left side. She's going to drop that one in. Went down line. Bando is playing cross. They had blocked that as well. So that one drops in for the first kill here tonight for Ada Pratt, the 5'8 senior. She's known more as a blocker. Comes in with 38 blocks on the year. The serve on the way from Howe. Taken by Lindy up to Arp. Into the middle now to A-Shide, and that'll be a tool. A-Shide off to a quick start. She's got 3 kills. Wolves lead it here by a score of 5-2. Stengel tracking that one down. Kaylee Rasmussen and Macy Grun going to check in. Caitlin Bando and Olivia Lindy will check out. Howe will check out, and checking into the ball game is Briley Bosteed for Kingsley Pierson. She'll check into the back row. Serve on the way goes at Bosteed. Wright will set it right side now. Pratt tips it across. That was Foster, over to Langle on the left side. She'll go cross, going to drop that one in. Ella Langle has put together a nice season, especially here the back half of the season. Her first kill tonight, her 131st kill on the season. Wolves on top here by a score of 6-2. So Rasmussen again will serve it away here for IKM-Manning. Great crowd on hand. Wolves have got nearly a packed house on their side. Kingsley Pierson brought down a good crowd as well. Wright sets it up at left side, and the attack is going to drop in for Maggie Pashaw. So there's 2 Pashaws. Claire Pashaw is their libero. Maggie Pashaw, the 5'9 senior, will hit for him. That time it was Maggie. Going back to serve is Foster. Stengel out of the back left, up to Arp, right side to A-Shide. Goes line, but we're going to get a net violation. That's going to go on A-Shide. So 2 straight here for Kingsley Pierson. The Panthers have pulled within 6-4. Foster again to serve it away. 37 aces on the season, leads them coming into tonight. Macy Grun out of the middle, misses. She went thumbs up on that one, tried to cut it around that double block in the middle. And putting up that block that time was Pratt along with Maggie Pashaw. 6'5 IKM-Manning. Foster again with the serve, taken by Rasmussen. That'll be an overpass, tipped down by Trapp, but we're going to get a lift call on her. And that's going to put the Wolves on top here by a score of 7-5. I'm thinking that they think that she went more than 2 quadrants of her body. That was a pretty good throw. Checking in now, Timber Forch. She'll go back to serve. Keegan A-Shide to serve it for IKM-Manning. Bosteed on the serve receive. They'll go into the middle to Maggie Pashaw. They'll tip it right side, played by Art Stengel to A-Shide. Back row attack going to drop in. Wright ducked because I think she was told by teammates that one was going to sail long. She ducked. It ends up dropping in. A-Shide with 4 kills. The assist going to Anna Stengel that time. Wolves back up 3 at 8-5. So Wolves stave off that mini run by the Panthers. A-Shide with the serve. That one will sail. Didn't get on top of that ball that time. Hit it kind of straight even behind the ball, and when you do that, it's going to sail. If you hit it under it, it'll go high and sail as well. You always want to be up on top and extend. Stengel on the serve, received to Arp, over to Langle left side, goes cross. Dug that time by Bosteed. The free ball at a cross to a Trap, played by Stengel up to Arp. Left side to Langle, tipped over with the left hand. Trap gets it over to right, back to Trap in the middle. She'll go donut, dug by Arp. Stengel will set it for A-Shide. Back row out to the right, off of the net, kept alive by Kingsley Pierson. Free balled over by Trap. Arp to Grun on the slide, and that'll be a touch. Pop back up. Can they clear it? They will. Clearing it over that time was Forch, but she doesn't get it over the net. Forch had a shot to clear it out of the back middle, just pushed with 2 hands, but hit it low. It ends up going into the top of the net. And the Wolves lead it here by a score of 9-6. Serve on the way. And that is going to be attacked by Wright out of the right. It's 10-6. Wolves leading it here. Kingsley Pierson will set up trap in the middle, and that's going to go off of Arp. So out of bounds off of Arp. That'll be a point. Trap picking up her first kill here tonight. Wolves lead it 10-7. Their largest lead has been 4 here a moment ago at 10-6. Maggie Bashal back to serve, played by Ashide in the middle. Arp, left side to Addie Bando, tipped over but blocked, and that's going to drop in right at 5-5. Got up, and that set wasn't where Addie had expected it, and she tried to tip it with the left hand. Bando, Addie, a really good hitter, comes in hitting at .349 on the season. Has 269 kills. This time she'll swing left. That's going to get through the double block of Trap and right. So Addie Bando picking up her first kill. A-Shark Arp up now to 5 assists. 12-8 in favor of IKM-Manning. Serve coming up here for Olivia Lindy. Lindy's serve on the way. That'll be played up by Goodwin to right. Left side now to Howe. Big swing. Got it through the double block. Caitlin Bando is one of the better blockers that I've seen this year. And her and Arp that time just didn't get that block closed. And Lowe did an outstanding, Howe did an outstanding job going up and ripping it right through the double block because they didn't get it closed. Now Trap serve goes into the net. So Kingsley Pierson hurting themselves right now at the service line. Trap will check out. Checking back in is Claire Pashah, the libero. Carly Arp is back to serve. Serve on the way. That's going to go backwards, tracked down by Goodwin, and free balled over now by Cadence Hill, and that's going to hit the net, played up by IKM-Manning. Addie Bando tips but blocked, and Maggie Pashah, Foster right there for the block. It's 13-10. Ryan Wright back to serve. Outstanding player, leads them in a lot of categories, are right around the top of almost every category. Stengel on the serve, received to Addie Bando, right side, big swing. And that's why Addie Bando, she gets up above the block most of the time. It's 14-10 now in favor of IKM-Manning. Serve going on now for Addie Bando. Serve on the way. That'll be played up by Goodwin to right to the middle to Foster, and that's going to get right into the hands, just kind of stuck in the hands of Olivia Lindy as Lindy went up to try and play that one. That one was above her head. She was close enough that she had to play it. She was by the 10-foot line. It wasn't going to sail long. 13-11 IKM-Manning with the lead here. Stengel takes it left side to Langle. That'll be pushed over by Foster, then pushed back over, but we're going to get a throw. Going to be called against Ashide. All of a sudden, we've got a 1-point match here at 13-12. Short serve that time by Howe. Arp goes to Ashide in the middle. That's going to miss wide, and we're tied for the first time since we were tied at 1-1. Just our second tie here in this set. Howe again to serve it away. Howe come in 32 aces, but that one into the net. IKM-Manning will hold the lead. That's got to be, I think, 4 service errors already here for Kingsley Pierson, a team that came in serving over 92%. Grun and Rasmussen back in. Lindy and Caitlin Bando will check out. Rasmussen back to serve. Serve on the way, finds Claire Pashah in the back row, and that's going to be an ace for Rasmussen. She did this the other night against Booyer Valley, served it really well. 15-13. IKM-Manning back on top by 2. Rasmussen again serving out of the back right. Looks at Pashah, goes now to the other Pashah, Maggie Pashah. Right now into the middle to Pratt, touched at the net, but that's going to drop in. Got off the fingertips of Grun with that single block in the middle. It dropped into the donut. Anna Stengel dove for it, but unable to come up with it. Stengel and Addie Bando have state qualifying cross-country meet coming up tomorrow as they'll be running at ACGC. Stengel on the serve receive. They're dual sport athletes in this time of the year. Keegan Ashide with the nice tip over that time, right over the block. It got touched by the block, but drops in behind it. Wolves lead it here 16-14. Carly Art picking up her 7th assist of the night. Checking in, Caden Till. She's going to go in as the setter again. Serve on the way, going to be played up. Maggie Pichon now to right out of the back left. She'll free ball it across to A-side to Arp. Left side to Langle. That'll be dug up in the back row that time by Forch. And tipped over on the overpass. And a nice job that time by Carly Arp. Her first kill here tonight. The setter for IKM-Manning. She's a left-hander, so that works really easy for her with that left hand. 17-14, IKM-Manning make it 18-14 as Keegan Ashai just picks up an ace serve. So Ashai with her first ace, second of the set and a night so far for IKM-Manning. Ashai again with the serve, played up by Forge, tracked down by Hill. They'll come to the right side, tipping it across his trap off of Ashai and out of bounds into the Kingsley Pierson bench. IKM-Manning's lead is now down to 18-15. Thank our IKM-Manning sponsors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Manning Municipal Utilities, Templeton Savings Bank, and Robinson Implement. Arp will set Langle left side, block, pop back up by Stengel. Ashite sets it up for Langle again, that attack into the net. Kingsley Pierson, they've just kind of hung around in this one. IKM-Manning took that lead at 2-1. They've held the lead since, except for we were tied at 13. They haven't trailed since being down 1-0, but they can't seem to put away this Panther team. Good matchup, two good ball teams taking on each other tonight. Pashal gets it over now to right on the right side, and she crashes into the up officials table. That's going to be out of bounds off of Kingsley Pierson. 19-16 IKM-Manning, and the up official having to fix the ladder. Luckily, Wright is okay. Never seemed like she was hurt. Didn't want to make it sound like that, but she hit it pretty hard. Stengel with the serve. Played up that time in the back row by Bosteed. Over to Rasmussen, now to Ashide. To Addie Bando, pushes it deep. Bosteed gets it up to right. She'll free ball it across to Ashide. To Arp, left side Addie Bando with the left-handed tip. Drops into the donut. Number 3 tonight for her. IKM-Manning back up 4 at 20-16. That matches again their largest lead in this set. Grace Carroll, senior and a starter at the beginning of the year, over on the bench right now with that knee in a brace after having surgery last week. Ball going to be out of bounds. It hit the rafters and crossed the net. IKM-Manning will pick up the point. We've got a timeout called by Kingsley Pierson. Back in 30 seconds here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
Here's to the few among the few, to the farmers that set the bar for what's possible. Here's to the guys whose only loyalty is to excellence, to those who refuse to follow the herd. Here's to the best of the best and the Fendt tractors they choose. With the technology, efficiency, and unmatched engineering that defines what's possible, it's easy to see why the best run operations run Fendt. Come see for yourself at Robinson Implement, your Fendt dealer.
Good start here tonight for IKM-Manning as they have taken themselves a 21-16 lead here in this first set. They haven't trailed except for early at 1-0. Keegan Ashide and Addie Bando both off to good starts. Ashide 5 kills, Bando with 3. Carly Arp and Ella Langle each with a 1. Wolves have done just enough here. They've kept Kingsley Pierson kind of out of system a little bit. And a Stengel back to serve. Serve on the way to right in the back left. Hill now will set it up for right out of the left side, and she'll pick up the tool. Got it through the block of Grun and Arp. So good timeout by Coach Hansen. Height picking up her first kill. 152 kills, 447 assists, 362 digs on the year for Wright. Serve on the way by Maggie Pashal. Arp from Ashide over to Addie Bando. That's going to miss wide. And that 5-point lead, which was the largest of the match for IKM-Manning, has dwindled now to 3 at 21-18. The ball out into the Commons area. Going out to get it is Maggie Pashal. She'll serve dead right out of the back middle. Serve on the way, comes back right, played by Stengel, but nobody able to get to the second ball. That was a tough serve. Stengel tried to play it kind of back behind her a little bit. The ace serve will make it 21-19. First ace here for Kingsley Pierson. Serve played this time by Ashite, tracked down by Arp. She'll go to Grun in the middle. She'll go cross, played up into the air that time by Wright. over to right. Art now gets it to Addie Bando, touched at the net off of Forch. And that'll be a kill for Addie Bando, her fourth. And IKM-Manning back up now by 3 at 22-19. Lindy and Caitlin Bando will check in. Grun and Rasmussen will check out. Lindy goes back to serve. Goodwin, Forch, and also Hill in the back row and serve receive right now for Kingsley Pierson. Lindy serve finds Goodwin back right to right. Over now to Howe, and Howe again able to fight that one through the block. She's got 3 kills tonight for sure that have went right through the block. Forch will check out. Checking back in now is going to be Foster. Foster leads him with 65 blocks, 37 aces on the year. Stangle on the serve, received to Arp. She'll come left side to Addie Bando. Big swing, played up that time by Trapp. They'll set right out of the right side, and that one's going to sail long. Good job of talking. I could hear the IKM-Manning girls yelling out, and then Olivia Lindy ducked right at the last second one over her head. She was about a foot from the back row, and it does go out. Served by Art, played up by Goodwin to right. Left side now to Foster. She came in, had to back up. So that was a light hit dug by Stangle. Art goes to Ashai, tries a line and misses it. And the Wolves' lead is back to 2 at 23-21. Pratt will check back in. Hill going to check out. And Wright goes back to serve for the Panthers. Serve on the way, off the net, gonna drop in for an ace. We've got a 1-point set at 23-22. Nothing you can really do on that one if you're the Wolves. Wright again will serve it away. That serve played by Stangle. Arp out of the right, goes to the middle to Caitlin Bando. Big swing played up by Wright, tipped over that time by Foster. Arp to Stangle, left side, right side to Ashai, but it was an overpass. Howe tipped it down, but Lindy free-balled it over on the dig, and now we're going to get a kill from Howe out of the left side as the Wolves didn't get a block up, and we're tied at 23. IKM-Manning going to call a timeout. Back right after this on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't say 2 birds with 1 stone. We say 2 damages with 1 deductible. With us, if your home and auto are both damaged in 1 storm, you will pay only 1 deductible. Talk to an agent about our 1 deductible advantage. In Manning, Iowa, contact Farm Bureau agent, myself, Kyle Wagner, at 712-655-5471. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman hanging out with you again here tonight down in Manning, Class 1A Region 5 quarterfinals. Winner moved to the semifinals on Monday night. Then the finals are Wednesday of next week. 23-23 our score. Ryan Wright will serve it, finds Ashide. Back left, over it to Art, back over to Ashide. Big swing dug by Claire Bishaw. That's going to go out of bounds, though, over the net and out of bounds out of the back. So that's a big swing by Ashide, her 6th kill. Art now up to 10 assists on the night. IKM-Manning was set point at 24-23. Addie Bando back to serve. Goes short, played by Foster to right. Left side now to Pratt. Tipped across, block, pop back up by Foster to right. Over to Howe. She'll tip it across. Popped up into the air that time by the Wolves. Can Art free ball it across? She can. Great also by IKM-Manning. Wright will send it over to Howe. Touch to the net. Played up by Addie Bando to Langle. Right side to Ashide. Down the line for the set ender. And IKM-Manning going to take set number 1 here by a final of 25-23. The Wolves will take the first set. Keegan Ashide picking up 7 kills in that first set. We'll step away, take a break. We're back with set 2 coming up for you next here on the CB Sports Network at YouTube channel.
Hey Wolf fans, Jeremy here with Manning Municipal Utilities, your hometown utility team. We are proud to provide Manning and our surrounding communities with electric, natural gas, and fiber internet, delivering reliable services, competitive rates, and helping grow our community stronger every day. We proudly support the IKM-Manning Wolves and wish all players and coaches the best of luck this season. Go Wolves!
Time is money. With today's busy lifestyles, one of the biggest benefits of banking with Templeton Savings Bank is the convenient service you get. TSB has a variety of products and services to meet your busy schedule, including 24-hour privilege status ATMs, online banking from anywhere, anytime, and mobile deposit to capture. The friendly, experienced staff at TSB is proving their commitment to you every day. You can count on it. Templeton Savings Bank with offices in Manning and Templeton, member FDIC and proud supporter of IKM-Manning.
Here's to the few among the few, to the farmers that set the bar for what's possible. Here's to the guys whose only loyalty is to excellence, to those who refuse to follow the herd. Here's to the best of the best and the Fendt tractors they choose. With the technology, efficiency, and unmatched engineering that defines what's possible, it's easy to see why the best-run operations run Fendt. Come see for yourself at Robinson Implement, your Fendt dealer.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't say two birds with one stone. We say two damages with one deductible. With us, if your home and auto are both damaged in one storm, you will pay only one deductible. Talk to an agent about our one deductible advantage. In Manning, Iowa, contact Farm Bureau agent, myself, Kyle Wagner, at 712-655-5471. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Wolves taking set number one here tonight again as they pick up the 25-23 victory, and it was a hard-fought win here tonight. Again, their largest lead was 21-16. We had three ties in it. We were tied at 1, tied at 13, and then for the Wolves, tied at 23 after they had been up 23-20, even at 22-19. So this Kingsley Pierson team, we knew they were good. They have not backed away and will not all night long. I could see this one going 4 or 5. A couple other scores to pass along. Audubon rolling over Woodbine tonight. It was at 25-9. Michaela Zuninga with a couple of aces in that one as the Wheelers take a 1-0 lead. Coon Rapids Beard knocks off Glidden Ralston in set one as well, 25-11. Ryan Wright to serve it away as we are underway here in set two. Stangl up to Arp, now into the middle to Caitlin Bando. Touch to the net, dug that time by Pashal over to the right side. Big swing that time from Pratt. Nice dig by Arp. They'll go to A-Shide over on the right. Dug again that time by the libero Maggie Pashal. And now we've got Howe out of the left. Dug by Stangl over to Addie Bando. Big swing, dug by Kingsley Pierson up into the net. We've got a collision between Foster and Howe that time after the dig by a Goodwin. Everybody's okay, but IKM-Manning will get the point as those two collided, and then the ball came down on the Panthers' side. Addie Bando with the serve, played up that time by Pratt to right. They'll go to Pratt left side, down the line, and that's going to get past Arp, and that'll drop in. We're tied at 1 apiece. East Sac County led 6-3, but Ridgeview comes back to win 25-20 in set one. A-Shide on the serve receive over to Arp. Left side now to Lango. Block, pop back up by Lango. Tracked down by Arp. Over to Caitlin Bando out of the right side. She'll go deep and sails it long, and we've got a lead change as Kingsley Pierson has taken a 2-1 lead. Again, Mason Nealon and I will write up recaps of all of tonight's area volleyball. 7 teams in action. I saw state qualifying cross-country meet. Nice block that time by Pratt. Then you get the overpass off of Lindy as the ball came down to her off of the block. Pratt had the block and then went up and got the kill. It's on the overpass, and Kingsley Pierson has taken a 3-1 lead. Served by Howe at Lindy. Back left over to Arp. Right side now, Caitlin Bando. She'll go cross and just drop that one on the back line. Good swing for Caitlin Bando. Her first, the 5'9 junior, known more for her defense, and she's outstanding defensively, but that is her 56th kill of the year. Kaylee Rasmussen, Macy Grun going to check in. Caitlin Bando and Olivia Lindy will check out. Rasmussen goes back to serve. Pashaw, and Bosted in the back row. They'll go at Maggie Pashaw. Now to right, over to Foster off the right side. Pushes the line, dug by Rasmussen to Arp. Right side to A-Shide. Big swing, and that's going to be off of Bosted. And A-Shide picking up Kill number 8 for her tonight. Wolves have come back to tie this one. With back-to-back kills, we're tied for the second time, this time at 3-3. Serve played by Maggie Bichal. Right will go to Foster, right side. Roll shot off of the net, dug by Grun. A-Shide with the attack on the second ball, but Foster right there to block it. It'll drop down for a kill block. And it's 4-3 Panthers with the lead as Foster will go back to serve. Checking back in for Kingsley Pierson is Trapp. She'll come in for Claire Pichon, the libero, and we get an ace serve by Bosteed. Number 1 for her on the night. She came in with 123 digs on the year, so a strong back row player. Kingsley Pierson's got a lot of players with good dig numbers. A-Shide on the serve receive. Arp will come left side to Langle. Touch of the net, dug up that time by right. Foster goes over to Maggie Bichal left side. Played by Stangl up to Arp. Right side now to Keegan A-Shide. Touch of the net and tooled out of bounds. 5-4 now in favor of Kingsley Pierson as A-Shide up to 9 kills on the night. Forch will check back in. Hill checks back in. Checking out of the lineup is Pratt and Foster for KP. A-Shide with the serve, and a great job that time by Forch. After all the years I helped coach club volleyball, the one thing I always wanted my players to do was track the ball to the line, and that serve was sailing out of bounds on the side. And Forch sprinted over to the line and followed it. She was there if that ball would have landed in, but it didn't. A-Shide now will free ball it across to Hill, up to right. Left side Maggie Bichon, and that is going to sail long. IKM-Manning back within 1 here at 6-5 as Stangl will go back to serve. Addie Bando in. Ella Lango will check out. Serve by Stangl to right, back right. Hill will set it up in the middle, and a big swing that time for Peyton Trapp. She's got 151 kills now on the year. And Kingsley Pierson has held on to the lead here at 7-5. Howe going to check in now, and she'll check in for Bosteed. Maggie Pichal back to serve, taken by A-Shide to Arp. Left side to Addie Bando. She'll go cross, dug by Pichal. That's Maggie, and now free balled over by Howe. Played up in the middle front by Grun. Arp goes left side again to Addie Bando. That's going to drop in. Hit it right between the two girls in the back row and dropped it in. She's so good at placing the ball. Wolves have pulled within 7-6. Lindy and Caitlin Bando again going to check back in. Checking out will be Rasmussen and Grun. And Lindy will serve for IKM-Manning. Serve goes back left, played by Forch. Right, tracks it down behind the 10-foot line, over to Trapp, tipped across, touched by Addie Bando. Stangl to Arp, left side again to Addie Bando, and that'll be a tool. Got it off of the blocker right, number 6 tonight for Addie Bando. Arp up to 15 assists. Wolves have come back here to tie it. And we are tied for the 3rd time in this set. We had 3 ties in the first set, just 1 lead change. Wolves up here 1-0. Looking to advance to the regional semifinal on Monday night. Howe out of the right, pushes it down the line, dug by A-Shide. Arp bumps it over to Addie Bando, played by Goodwin. To Hill, to Trapp, pushes it out of the front, and that's going to be off of A-Shide. Arp trying to track it down, unable to do so. And you can tell Trapp's an explosive athlete. I think she didn't want to swing on that one. She wanted to go up. She's strong. She went up and pushed that one really hard, attack that back corner, which is what you want to do. Claire Pichon now with the serve, played by Stangl over to Art. Middle set for Caitlin Bando. That attack into the net. 9-7, Kingsley Pierson, the Panthers with the lead. The Wolves took a 2-1 lead in set 1 and held on. Kingsley Pierson trying to do the same thing. They went up 2-1 in set 2. Stangl to Arp, left side Addie Bando, touch to the net, dug by Goodwin. Up to the net, Hill will set it up for right side, blocked by Addie Bando, but there is the dig by Goodwin. Hill now sets it over to Howe. Howe will attack, gets it through the block again. Hal might be one, and it might be just tonight. This is my first time seeing her, but she's got to be one of the best hitters I've seen this year as far as being able to just find that little crease. If you don't get your block all the way closed and get your fingers touching each other, she's going to get that gap between the two blockers, and she's going to power it through. Stengel on the serve receive over to Arp, left side Addie Bando, and that'll be off of right, then off of the diving Hill, number 7 tonight for Addie Bando. And IKM-Manning back within 2 here at 10-8. Carly Arp now back to serve for the Wolves. Serve on the way, played up by Goodwin. Hill goes over to Foster out of the left. Roll shot to the donut. Stengel kind of hesitated. Not sure if Foster was swinging hard or not. By the time she reacted, it was too late. It drops in. She got a piece of it, but could not pancake that one. It's 11-8 in favor of Kingsley Pierson. Right again to serve it away. Serve will come at Stengel to Arp. Right side Addie Bando. Cross dug by right. Overpass back to Arp. Stengel will bump set A-Shide right side into the net with that attack. And Kingsley Pierson, the Panthers lead, sits at 12-8 here in the second set. Ryan Wright again to serve for Kingsley Pierson. Serve comes back middle. Stengel up to Arp. Out of the middle goes to A-Shide left side. That one's going to sail. It's 13-8, largest lead of the night here, and we're going to get a timeout called by IKM-Manning. We're back in 30 seconds here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
Hey Wolf fans, Jeremy here with Manning Municipal Utilities, your hometown utility team. We are proud to provide Manning and our surrounding communities with electric, natural gas, and fiber internet, delivering reliable services, competitive rates, and helping grow our community stronger every day. We proudly support the IKM-Manning Wolves and wish all players and coaches the best of luck this season. Go Wolves!
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman hanging out with you. Appreciate you joining us for our high school volleyball coverage. Again, we switch over to audio-only broadcast once the postseason rolls around because of the cost to continue to do video. But this allows us to go out and do 4 matches tonight. We've got 5 of our area schools, 7 of them in action, 5 of them covered for 3 on the radar, 4 on the radio, 1 here on our YouTube channel. So we're glad to be able to bring you as much coverage as we can. Addie Bando with the attack out of the right side will drop in. Good timeout by head coach McKaylee Cron. Bando now up to 8 kills. 13-9 in favor of the Panthers. Addie Bando goes back to serve. Grace Carroll did a nice job too. Again, had that knee surgery here just over a little week ago, but she's played a lot of volleyball. Good one on the serve, received to right. Into the middle to Foster, tipped across block, pop back up by Pratt, tip deep that time, and a great tip deep. If you're going to push and push it kind of soft, and she didn't really shove it softly, but if you're not going to go up and swing hard, try and find a back corner, and that time Foster saw the whole Wolves defense pulled up, so she tipped it and pushed it deep into the right corner and drops it in. Lindy on the serve receive. Art now comes to A-Shide in the middle, tipped across, and that'll drop in. Great job by A-Shide to adjust on that one. Her 10th kill of the night. Wolves back within 4. Down 14-10. Rasmussen Grun in. Caitlin Bando and Olivia Lindy will check out. Rasmussen goes back to serve. But again, mentioned, it's nice to have 3 radio stations and a YouTube channel so we can do an audio game on the YouTube channel. Maggie Bashaw with the attack left side. Lango goes now into Arp to Grun in the middle. That'll be dug by Claire Bashaw. Now Pratt and Wright collide. Wright will free ball it across. Arp over to Stengel. Right side to A-Shide. Touched. And that'll drop in. Number 11 tonight for Keegan A-Shide. That'll pull the Wolves here within 14-11. She's poised to have a huge, huge night tonight. She's had 11 kills. We're in set 2, and I would not be surprised. Wolves up 1-0 if this thing doesn't go a minimum of 4, if not 5 sets. Kaylee Rasmussen to serve it away for IKM-Manning. Claire Pshaw with the serve received to right. Left side Maggie Pshaw, dug by Rasmussen back middle. Arp that time going to set it, backed up and ran into Ascheid, who had not transitioned out of the right side. And then when those two collided and Arp backed into her, they both kind of ducked and the ball ended up hitting them and then landing on the Wolves side, 15-11. The serve, though, is going to sail long for Forch, who just checked in. And the Wolves back within 3 here at 15-12. Again, Glidden Ralston at Coon Rapids Bayard on KKRL, Ridgeview at ESAC on Kick 106.7, Woodbine at Audubon on at KCIM. Those are our 3 radio broadcasts. Keegan Ascheid picking up her second ace serve tonight. The Wolves have pulled within 2. And led most of the first set. They've trailed pretty much the entire second set. It's just been a flip of how the sets have played out so far. Chipped across that time by Trapp. Ascheid to Arp into the middle to Grun off of right. Kept alive by Maggie Bishal. Now right will free ball it across. Rasmussen right behind the donut to Arp. Dumped across, and that's going to be her second kill. Defense was expecting a set. She did a great job that time. As she did not look like she was going to tip that one. And Arp drops it in for the kill. She looked like she's done that more than once. Keegan Ascheid with the serve, played by right up to Hill. Into Maggie Bishal in the middle and squeezes it right through the block of Grun. 16-14, Grun that time didn't press. Panthers will serve it away here with Hill. Hill serve on the way. Played up by Stengel to Arp. Right side now to Grun, and that is going to be a tool off of a trap. So Macy Grun with her first kill. And a good job by Arp to go right back to a girl that had just had the block go through her hands, and you get her confidence right back by setting her up for the kill. Stengel to serve, Wolves within 1. Stengel serve back right, played by Forch. And now you had a couple of players for Kingsley Pierson slide down, but Howe able to attack out of the back row. Stengel to Arp to Bando. Block pop back up by Stengel to Grun. Now Rasmussen will dump it to the donut, dug up by Maggie Pshaw. Hill goes over to right side cross, and that'll drop in. And Kingsley Pierson, very much like IKM-Manning in that first set. Every time the Wolves make a mini run and pull within 1, the Panthers score and keep that lead right around 2-3. Kingsley Pierson led 1-0 in set 1. IKM-Manning went up 2-1 and held that lead, only tied twice the rest of the way. Addie Bando with the attack, and we're going to get a whistle and a net violation going to go against Trapp. Wolves back within 1. We can see if they can break that little stretch here. But again, this second set has been pretty much exactly the first set, except for you switch who's leading. You just flip the two teams. But Kingsley Pierson kept making runs at IKM-Manning, but couldn't grab the lead, and now Olivia Lindy serves it into the net. 18-16 Panthers with the lead. Claire Pshaw will check in, the 5'7" senior. She'll go back to serve. Trapp will check out. Stengel now to Arp. Left side Addie Bando. And that is going to be off of the block, played up by Howe off of the net. Right will free ball it across. Lindy to Arp. Left side Addie Bando blocked and touched again, kept alive by Hill, but that's going to be a lift on Hill, so Bando will get kill number 9. Wolves back within 1. We'll see if they can tie it up here with Carly Arp back to serve. Serve on the way, and that is going to be nearly an ace. So right though with great hustle keeps it alive. Hill will free ball it across. Stengel to Arp, left side Addie Bando. Block pop back up by Foster and over to IKM-Manning. Bando though with the overpass, that's going to hit the top of the net. It'll go out of bounds, but Howe was into the net, and IKM-Manning will get the point. Our fourth tie. Tied at 1, tied at 3. Serve on the way, into the net by Arp. It's 19-18. Our other tie was at 7-7. So tied at 1, tied at 3, tied at 7, then tied at 18. Now it's 19-18 Panthers, right back to serve. Serve on the way, played up by Stengel to Arp. Into the middle to Caitlin Bando, and that time miscommunication. Arp set that one to the middle. Bando was running in between the middle and the right side, so she wasn't able to react to that one. It's 20-18 Panthers. Right again, will serve it away. Comes back left, played by Ascheid to Arp. They'll go back to Ascheid on the left side. Goes cross, sails it long. 21-18 in favor of the Panthers. We're going to get a timeout called by IKM-Manning. Back in 30 here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Time is money. With today's busy lifestyles, one of the biggest benefits of banking with Templeton Savings Bank is the convenient service you get. TSB has a variety of products and services to meet your busy schedule, including 24-hour privilege status ATMs, online banking from anywhere, anytime, and mobile deposit to capture. The friendly, experienced staff at TSB is proving their commitment to you every day. You can count on it. Templeton Savings Bank with offices in Manning and Templeton. Member FDIC and proud supporter of IKM-Manning. Here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Appreciate everybody tuning in here today. Coon Rapids Bayard taking set 2 over Glidden-Ralston, 25-16 as they're up 2-0. Kingsley Pierson threatening to even this one up at 1-1. Ryan Wright back to serve, comes back left again to Ascheid, tracked down by Arp over to Bando on the right side. That'll be tipped across, played up by Foster to right. Right side now to Pratt, and that is going to be into the net. Didn't clear it. The Wolves score out of the timeout. They trail at 21-19. Stengel out, Langle in. Addie Bando back to serve. Bando looking for her first ace tonight, just wants to get this one in. Nearly got an ace. Wright keeps it alive. Now it hits the rafters, and Howe had to react late out of the rafters, unable to play it very well. It goes into the net. And IKM-Manning with 2 straight is pulled within 1 at 21-20. Bando again back to serve. She attacked Pratt the first time. This time she'll go at Goodwin. Overpass tip down by Langle, and we're tied at 21. Timeout this time going to be called by Kingsley Pierson. We'll be back after this word from Robinson Implement.
Here's to the few among the few, to the farmers that set the bar for what's possible. Here's to the guys whose only loyalty is to excellence, to those who refuse to follow the herd. Here's to the best of the best and the Fendt tractors they choose. With the technology, efficiency, and unmatched engineering that defines what's possible, it's easy to see why the best run operations run Fendt. Come see for yourself at Robinson Implement, your Fendt dealer.
Coming in live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. And Addie Bando picking up that ace serve I mentioned here. Wolves on top, 22-21. 4 straight for the Wolves out of the timeout. We'll see if they can extend it here. Serve goes at Goodwin, back right, up to right. Left side now, tipped over by Pratt, blocked over to Ascheid on the overpass, back over by Howe to Langle. Arp goes back to Ascheid right side, tooled out of bounds, and the Wolves have taken command up 23-21. Keegan Ascheid, another kill, her 12th of the night. Arp up right now to 23 assists on the evening. 23-21 Wolves. Serve again to Goodwin, back left. Over now to right to Howe on the right side. Touching the net, dug by Addie Bando to Arp. Left side now to Langle. And that'll be off of the block. Played over by Howe. Lindy to Arp. Right side now to Ascheid, a running attack. Dug by Goodwin, back middle. Right comes left side to Howe. Big swing goes over the block. Played by Lindy to Arp. Right side again to Ascheid. Blocked that time by Howe. Panthers say, hey, Jeff, don't say that the Wolves are in control. They're not yet. We've still got a tight second set here, 23-22, and Howe goes back to serve. Serve on the way. Played up by Ascheid to Arp. Back to Ascheid. Tipped across. Dug by right. Claire Pichal over to Pratt. Big swing, and that's going to hit the net and drop in. And we are tied at 23 apiece. 5th to tie in this set. We're going to get a timeout Are we going to get a timeout? Yep, nope. Looks like IKM-Manning had used both. Serve on the way by Howe, played by Aishide. Arp has to track it down back to Aishide, tipped across but unable to get it across. And 3 straight for Kingsley. Pierson has given them set point. IKM-Manning can struggle at times in serve receive. Howe again goes to Aishide. Stengel has to bump set Langle left side. She'll go cross, dug by Claire Pichaud. They go over to Goodwin left side, tipped across to Aishide, pops it right back over to Claire Pichaud. Right side now to Pratt. Off the net, 4 touches, and we're tied at 24. Our 6th tie in this second set. Wolves up 1-0, winning the first one 25-23. Woodbine topping Audubon in set 2, 27-25. Serve played by Claire Pichaud. Overpass, tipped down by Langle, but it's going to miss wide. And it's 25-24 in favor of Kingsley Pierson. They have set point again. Ridgeview knocks off Esac 25-16. They're up 2-0. Foster on the serve. Rasmussen McMiddle on the serve. Received to Arp over to Aishide. That's going to be blocked and down on Rasmussen. And Kingsley Pierson going to take set 2 here by a final of 26-24. We are tied at 1 set apiece. We'll step away, take a break, back right after this on the CB Sports Network at YouTube channel.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't say 2 birds with 1 stone. We say 2 damages with 1 deductible. With us, if your home and auto are both damaged in 1 storm, you will pay only 1 deductible. Talk to an agent about our 1 deductible advantage. In Manning, Iowa, contact Farm Bureau agent, myself, Kyle Wagner, at 712-655-5471. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Hey Wolf fans, Jeremy here with Manning Municipal Utilities, your hometown utility team. We are proud to provide Manning and our surrounding communities with electric, natural gas, and fiber internet, delivering reliable services, competitive rates, and helping grow our community stronger every day. We proudly support the IKM-Manning Wolves and wish all players and coaches the best of luck this season. Go Wolves!
Time is money. With today's busy lifestyles, one of the biggest benefits of banking with Templeton Savings Bank is the convenient service you get. TSB has a variety of products and services to meet your busy schedule, including 24-hour privilege status ATMs, online banking from anywhere, anytime, and mobile deposit to capture. The friendly, experienced staff at TSB is proving their commitment to you every day. You can count on it. Templeton Savings Bank with offices in Manning and Templeton, member FDIC and proud supporter of IKM-Manning.
Here's to the few among the few, to the farmers that set the bar for what's possible. Here's to the guys whose only loyalty is to excellence, to those who refuse to follow the herd. Here's to the best of the best and the Fendt tractors they choose. With the technology, efficiency, and unmatched engineering that defines what's possible, it's easy to see why the best run operations run Fendt. Come see for yourself at Robinson Implement, your Fendt dealer.
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes feel, recover, and perform. 1 set apiece in this Class 1A Region 5 matchup here tonight between IKM-Manning, the Wolves, and the Panthers of Kingsley Pierson. Wolves took the first set 25-23. Panthers took set number 2 26-24. Anticipated these being really close sets. When you look at these two teams, they match up really, really well. And I would not be shocked if this one does not end up going 5 here tonight. And right now, we are tied at 1-1. Again, Esac down 2-0. Audubon and Woodbine tied at 1. And it is Coon Rapids Bayard up 2-0 on Glen Ralston as well. Those are our other broadcast games. Do not have any updates yet on Exiro, Creighton, Kimballton, St. Albert, or South Central, Calhoun at Dyke, New Hartford. Howe into the middle, dug by Art back right. Stengel will set up Aishide out of the right side, goes cross, dug by right. Claire Pichal back to right. She'll free ball it across. This dangled to Arp, but that's going to be a nice dig out of the net by Arp. Lindy now going to get it over to Addie Bando, and we're going to get behind the antenna out of bounds. So the lead will be Kingsley Pierson 1-0. Now the team that's led 1-0 has then trailed 2-1 and not won either one of the first two sets. So it's been good for IKM-Manning that way. Stangl on the serve receive over to Arp to Aishide. Roll shot dug up by right onto the donut. Claire Pichal over to Howe right side, and that time it's going to be blocked. We talked about Caitlin Bando and her ability to block, and she's one of the best in the area. And she comes up with another big block there, her 33rd of the season. Had 4 the other night in that win against Booyer Valley. Played very good in the middle as she always does. Pratt up to right. Over to Howe, goes deep through the fingertips of Addie Bando. Aishai dug it, got a piece of it off of the dive, but unable to get it where anybody else could play it, and IKM-Manning trails it again here early, 2-1. First time that the team that took a 1-0 lead leads at 2-1, and that serve is going to sail long. We're tied again at 2 apiece. IKM-Manning's largest lead tonight's been 5. Guess what? Kingsley Pierson's largest lead tonight was 5. That was 13-8 in set 2. Wolves led 21-16 in set 1. They held on for a 25-23 win on back-to-back kills from Keegan Aishide. It took Kingsley Pierson 2 set points to pick up the win in set 2. Foster onto the right side goes a line. And Kingsley Pierson, the Panthers will lead it here by a score of 3-2 as she drops that one in. Foster will go back to serve. Claire Pichal will check out. Maggie Pichal, actually, nope, Trapp going to check in. Foster has played well tonight, serving and hitting for Kingsley Pierson. Serve on the way, comes back middle, played by Rasmussen. Kept alive by Aishide. Stangl will free ball it across. Foster bump sets it to Maggie Pichal. That one is going to sail long. So it does sail long. Was waiting for the official call. The line judge gave the call that she couldn't see it. Forch and Hill will check in, so the up official had to call that one. Ball coming in out of the bleachers. 3-3 our score, our third tie. We had 6 ties in the second set, 3 in the first set. We've had a total of 2 lead changes so far. Right on the serve, received to Hill, dumped across on the second ball. Stangl to Arp to Grun, and that'll be a block. Coming up with it is Trapp, and Kingsley Pierson will take a 4-3 lead. Again, we'll have our Culver's player of the game coming up in the postgame here tonight. Culver's again celebrating 41 years in business, 14 in Carroll. Culver's welcome to Delicious. Aishide's attack off the net, dug that time by Bosteed. Work it over to right on the right side, and that attack into the net, and guess what? We were tied at 1, we were tied at 2, we were tied at 3, and now we are tied at 4. Addie Bando in, Ella Lang allowed, Anna Stangl back to serve. Serve on the way. Work it now into the middle to Trapp, played by Aishide, kept alive by Arp, over to Addie Bando. Her attack going to drop in, and IKM-Manning has their first lead here at 5-4. That's our first lead change. Bando now up to 10 kills. Arp, 1 assist shy at 25. Stangl with the serve. Played up that time by Forch. Hill goes over to right side, and that'll be a tool as she picks up the kill. It went off of the block, bounced backwards and out of bounds. So off of the double block of Arp and Grun. Maggie Pichal back to serve again for Kingsley Pierson. Serve going to be played by Aishide. Arp out of the right. Will go left side to Addie Bando. Roll shot, that's going to drop in for Bando. She's got 11 kills here tonight. Wolves lead it again 6-5. Caitlin Bando, Olivia Lindy will check in. Rasmussen and Grun will check out. Maggie Pichal also checking out. Checking back in is going to be Howe for Kingsley Pierson. Serve will be played in the back middle by Hill to right. Right side to Trapp. Touched at the net by Addie Bando. Stangle up to Art. Left side to Addie Bando. Off of the net. That'll be 4 touches on IKM-Manning. We're tied for the 6th time, this time at 6-6. Checking out now is Forch, as Foster will check back in. Trapp goes back to serve. Serve on the way, played by Lindy up to Art. Middle set for Caitlin Bando. Touch of the net, dug up by Trapp. Hill will set it up for Foster in the middle, has to push. He didn't transition. Lindy up to Art. Left side, Addie Bando. Big swing, and that is going to be over the net and out of bounds off of Trapp. Addie Bando now up to 12 kills. Wolves up 7-6. Addie Bando and Carly Arp have done a nice job kind of controlling, or excuse me, Keegan Aschide have done a nice job swinging tonight, controlling things at the net. Foster with a roll shot, dug by Bando, over to Arp, right side now to Aschide, touch of the net, dug by Claire Pichal. Hill will set it up for right, blocked by Addie Bando, kept alive on a great diving play that time by Hill, and now the push deep is going to just miss wide. Great job by Olivia Lindy to get there and track that one, and the Wolves lead at 8-6. Talked about Kingsley Pierson doing that. Lindy that time sprinted to the out-of-bounds line and left it land just out of bounds. Served by Art, played up by Goodwin. Right pushes corner on the second ball. Athletic move that time by Ryan Wright. Panthers pull back within 1. Hill will check out. Pratt going to check back in. Wright goes back to serve. Wolves up 1. Serve on the way. Stangle to Arp. Good serve receive over to Aschide out of the left side. Left a little early, so I had to wait. Goodwin off the rafters. Right to Howe. Touched at the net. Dug up by Arp. Stangle bump sets Aschide right side. Dug on the dig by Claire Pichal. Pushed into the corner by Wright. Dug by Lindy. Aschide will set it up for Addie Bando. Off of the net. Going to drop in. Aschide will pick up the assist. Addie Bando now with 13 kills on the night. She has put the Wolves on top here 9-7. So Addie Bando with 13 unofficially. Keegan Aschide with 12. Carly Arp with 2. Alango with 2. Grun and Caitlin Bando each with a 1. Addie Bando with the serve. They'll work it to Howe on the right side. Popped up by Lindy over to Arp. Right left side to Lango, and that'll be off of Claire Pichal and out of bounds. Lango with her 3rd kill here tonight. The Wolves up 3. Recaps of all 7 of our area softball games, or volleyball matches will be typed up here tonight. The serve by Bando into the net. Wolves lead down to 2 at 10-8. We type up recaps for every sport, every single night that we have teams playing. So you can find those on the CB Sports Network website at sports.1380kcm.com on their Brinks Exterior Sports Report. Aschide out of the middle. Dug by Howe over to right now to Maggie Bishaw, blocked by Caitlin Bando, who's going to be called for 2 touches. Caitlin blocked it. It sat on the net. She touched it again as it came down, and then it sat on the net again and came right back down to her. Howe with the serve. Keegan Aschide back middle up to Art. Left side Langle. That'll go back middle, played up by Howe to right. Right side for Pratt, cross, and that's going to sail wide. 11-9, IKM-Manning with the lead. So again, we'll get all of our volleyball matches typed up tonight. Hopefully I'll have results from the cross-country meet tonight up at Gilbert. Haven't seen anything yet. Serve on the way, played up by Maggie Bishaw, now off to right to Pratt. She'll free ball it out to the right, but gonna miss wide, and the Wolves lead at 3 at 12-9. Serve on the way. They'll work it back over now into the middle to Pratt. Played back over by Aschide to Claire Pichal. Right goes left side to Maggie Pichal. Touch the net. Rasmussen with a great dig up to Art. Middle set for Grun. Blocked that time though by Foster. Drops down on the Wolves side. Listening to high school volleyball coverage here tonight on the CB Sports Network, our YouTube channel. Stangl on the overpass off of the serve, and now IKM-Manning out of system. And they're going to have the ball land on their side. The Panthers back within one at 12-11. Coon Rapids Bayard winning the third set over Glidden Ralston 25-7 as Arp sets it up. A-Shide right side down the line and missing wide. And we're tied again, this time at 12, our seventh tie in this set. So Coon advances. They'll play on Monday night now. We'll have that one covered for you across our Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network stations. Foster to serve it away. Jump serve played by Rasmussen up to Arp. Over to A-Shide right side. Roll shot to the donut. Popped up by Trapp. Kept alive that time by Pratt. Back to Trapp. It hits the top of the net and drops down in for a kill for Trapp. And just like that, her fourth kill has given Kingsley Pierson a 13-12 lead as Foster again to serve. Serve comes at Stangl. Arp that time late calling off Rasmussen, and then Langle has to free ball off a tough set. Maggie Bichal has it blocked, and that is going to be a point for IKM-Manning. A-Shide that time and Macy Grun on the block. We're tied at 13 apiece. Tie number 8 here tonight. Keegan A-Shide to serve it away. A-Shide serve down the line off of the left side, played by Wright. Bosteed out of the back row over to Maggie Bichal. She'll free ball it to Stangl back left. Arp. Right side now to Grun on the slide off the net and drop it in. Grun with her second. Wolves have taken the lead back here at 14-13. Our third lead change. We've had more lead changes in this third set than we had the first two combined. Right. Overpass and Grun right there to clean it up. 15-13 IKM-Manning. Grun now up to 5 kills, or 4 kills I should say, on the night. A-Shide again with the serve, goes it to Hill back right, and that time Forch couldn't quite read it and was unable to play the second ball. Wolves will pick up the point. They lead it here 16-13. Served by A-Shide, played up by Bostead. Off now to Trapp. Stangl will dig it near the donut. Art runs the slide to Grun. Block, pop back up. We're going to get a net violation. Going to go on Trapp. And IKM-Manning has taken control of this third set. We'll get a timeout called by Kingsley Pierson. 17-13 IKM-Manning. We're tied at 1 set apiece. Wolves won set 1, 25-23. KP won the second set 26-24. We're back in 30 seconds on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't say 2 birds with 1 stone. We say 2 damages with 1 deductible. With us, if your home and auto are both damaged in 1 storm, you will pay only 1 deductible. Talk to an agent about our 1 deductible advantage. In Manning, Iowa, contact Farm Bureau agent, myself, Kyle Wagner, at 712-655-5471. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Critical set here in set number 2 for you here tonight, as of course IKM-Manning trying to go up here 2 sets to 1. Same thing for Kingsley Pierson. Both of the first 2 sets, as you heard here a moment ago before we went to the break, were decided by just 2 points. 25-23 and 26-24. 17-13 here in set 3. A-Shide with the serve off the net. Digging at that time was Bosteed, and then trying to keep it alive was Wright, but A-Shide going to pick up her 3rd ace here tonight. And the Wolves have matched their largest lead of the match at 5. And their largest lead in this set. A-Shide with the serve played up by Howe. Hill will come over to Trapp left side. Block, pop back up by Maggie Bichal. Arp to Grun, over to the left side to Langle. Free balled over. Howe to right, to the middle to Trapp. That'll drop in. Wolves' lead is 4 at 18-14. And Hill will head back to serve. Serve on the way. Rasmussen to Arp. Right side to Grun. Dug up that time by Forch. They'll work it over to Hill. She'll take it across. Played by Stengel to Arp. Left side Langle. Off the net. Popped up by Hill. Kept alive by Howe. Over to Maggie Bichal. She'll go deep donut. Deep middle, I should say, to Rasmussen. Arp to Grun again on the slide. Dug by Howe. Hill will set it up for Wright, and that's going to get through the block. 18-15, Wolves with the lead after Wright picking up another kill. Hill heads back to serve. Claire Pichal will check in now for Kingsley. Pierson. Hill serve, back middle, played by Rasmussen. Art behind the 10-foot line, goes left side to Langle off the net. Popped up by Maggie Bichal, tracked down by Claire Bichal, back to Maggie Bichal. Free balls it across, back middle, Rasmussen to Art. Left side again to Langle off the net, popped up by Maggie Bichal. They work it back over to Maggie Bichal from Hill, dug back left by Stengel. Art goes the slide to Grun. Off the net, dug by Hill, Wright pushed over by Hill. A-Shide to Art, back to A-Shide, back row attack. Touch of the net by Trapp, played by Claire Pichal. Now Wright will free ball it across to A-Shide to Art. Left side to Langle, roll shot back left, played by Howe. Wright comes into the middle of the Trapp. She'll roll shot at deep, played up by A-Shide over to Art. Left side again to Langle, free ball it across, played up by Hill to Trapp. Left side to Maggie Bichal, big swing's going to sail long, and the Wolves up 4 at 19-15. Appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Bando in, Langle out, Stengel to serve. Serve finds Wright back left. Hill will go back over to Wright. Big swing and another kill for Hill. For Wright. Hill with the assist. It's a 19-16 now in favor of the Wolves as Maggie Bichal will go back to serve. It seems like every time they serve Wright in the back left, she calls for it and wants it. They tend to go to her a lot on that. Joust at the net, won by Art. They'll go back to Trapp in the middle, off the net, dug by Art, played up by Stengel on the set to A-Shide, back row attack onto the right, dug by Claire Pichal. They'll go to Howe left side from Hill. A-Shide on the dig, Art goes left side, Addie Bando, big swinging right in front of Maddie Pichal. Number 14 for Addison Bando. And the Wolves up 4 again here at 20-16. Olivia Lindy now to serve for IKM-Manning. Wolves trying to take a 2-1 lead here. Serve on the way. Deep and off of Hill backwards. It hits the scoreboard on the basketball hoop. It's going to be out of bounds. And that is going to be an ace serve for IKM-Manning. And no, they're going to replay it because of an inadvertent whistle. It hit the scoreboard above the basketball hoop, and one of the officials blew their whistle. And that ball was still playable. Everybody kind of quit at that point. So Lindy again will have to serve it away. Goes this time over at Bloomfield. That is going to be a tough play. It hits up into the rafters that time. Is good one. Unable to get a good one on it. And the ace serve for Olivia Lindy will put the Wolves on top, 21-16. That matches their largest lead. Lindy had a big service run, an 11-0 service run against Booyer Valley in set 1 the other night. That's her first ace here tonight. Jump serve on the way, played again by Goodwin. They'll work it left side to Howe. Block, pop back up by Claire Pichal. They'll go to Trapp, tipped across, played by Arp to Stengel. Back row attack out of the right side for A-Shide. That's going to drop in her 13th. She had been quiet for a little while, but not quiet on that one. 22-16, Wolves with the lead. Timeout on the floor. Back right after this on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
Hey Wolf fans, Jeremy here with Manning Municipal Utilities, your hometown utility team. We are proud to provide Manning and our surrounding communities with electric, natural gas, and fiber internet, delivering reliable services, competitive rates, and helping grow our community stronger every day. We proudly support the IKM-Manning Wolves and wish all players and coaches the best of luck this season. Go Wolves!
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. IKM-Manning up 22-16 here in set 3. Match tied at 1 set apiece. Audubon rallies to win set 3 against Woodbine tonight, 25-18. They're up 2-1. Esac down now 2-1 as they win set 3 against Ridgeview, 25-17. How with a big swing left side off of Lindy, and then Carly Arp able to tip it over and gets the kill, her third, and the Wolves have their largest lead here at 23-17. Or 23-16, excuse me. Serve coming up here for the Wolves. Lindy back to serve again. Played up that time by Goodwin. They'll work it over to Trapp on the right side. Tips it line, and IKM-Manning's got set point. 24-16 in favor of the Wolves. They've got several set points. They should be able to get a 2-1 lead here. Serve. Played up Goodwin by sideways, and that is going to be an ace serve to end it. Olivia Lindy with her second ace serve in the set. That one ends it. And the Wolves take the second set, or third set, I should say, 25-16. They're up now 2-1. We're back with set 4 coming up right after this on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Time is money. With today's busy lifestyles, one of the biggest benefits of banking with Templeton Savings Bank is the convenient service you get. TSB has a variety of products and services to meet your busy schedule, including 24-hour privilege status ATMs, online banking from anywhere, anytime, and mobile deposit to capture. The friendly, experienced staff at TSB is proving their commitment to you every day. You can count on it. Templeton Savings Bank with offices in Manning and Templeton, member FDIC and proud supporter of IKM-Manning.
Here's to the few among the few, to the farmers that set the bar for what's possible. Here's to the guys whose only loyalty is to excellence, to those who refuse to follow the herd. Here's to the best of the best and the Fendt tractors they choose. With the technology, efficiency, and unmatched engineering that defines what's possible, it's easy to see why the best run operations run Fendt. Come see for yourself at Robinson Implement, your Fendt dealer.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't say 2 birds with 1 stone. We say 2 damages with 1 deductible. With us, if your home and auto are both damaged in 1 storm, you will pay only 1 deductible. Talk to an agent about our 1 deductible advantage. In Manning, Iowa, contact Farm Bureau agent, myself, Kyle Wagner, at 712-655-5471. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Hey Wolf fans, Jeremy here with Manning Municipal Utilities, your hometown utility team. We are proud to provide Manning and our surrounding communities with electric, natural gas, and fiber internet, delivering reliable services, competitive rates, and helping grow our community stronger every day. We proudly support the IKM-Manning Wolves and wish all players and coaches the best of luck this season. Go Wolves!
Coming to you live again from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes feel, recover, and perform. Nice win there for IKM-Manning, pulling away in that third set. We were tied at 13. They trailed at 13-12. We were tied at 13. Macy Gruen gave them a 14-13 lead, then pushed it to 15-13 with back-to-back kills. And then they just started stretching it from there. Keegan Ashide had an ace serve to make it 18-13. It was pulled to 14, 18-14, and 18-15 after back-to-back points for Kingsley Pierson, but IKM-Manning then goes on another run. Eddie Bando put him up at 20-16. Olivia Lindy had an ace at 21-16 and ended that set with an ace serve at 25-16 as they take that 2-1 lead. We'll head here to set number 4. Wright going to serve it away to start with. Serve going to be played up by Ashide. That's going to hit the basketball stanchion and come back down. So Kingsley Pierson will take a 1-0 lead here in set number 4. Again, got to win 3 sets to win, so we could go to a 5th set here tonight. Right again with the serve. Stango over to Arp. Left side to Addie Bando. Big swing, and that's going to drop in. She's got 15 here tonight. Wolves tie it at 1 apiece. So 3 of our 4 broadcasts going extra sets here tonight. Carly Arp with the serve. Played by Pratt up to right side to Howe. And that's going to be blocked by Addie Bando, but an outstanding dig by Wright. And now Foster free balls it across A-Shide to Arp. And we're going to get a net violation, and that's going to go on Arp. That pass took her really up into the net. That'll put Kingsley Pierson up 2-1. The Panthers are going to send Howe back to serve. A-Shide bump sets it right side for Addie Bando. She'll free ball it across. Howe up to right. Left side to Maggie Pashaw. Touched at the net, but that's going to drop in. KP up 3-1 here in set number 4. Our Culver's player of the game coming up in the postgame tonight. Culver's again celebrating 41 years in business, 14 years in Carroll. Culver's welcome to Delicious. Stangle on the serve receive over to Arp. Over to A-Shide left side. Dug by Howe to right. Right side now to Pratt, blocked by Addie Bando, but a great hustle play by Wright as she dumped that one over on the dive. She dove, it went over, dropped into the donut. Stangle diving for it, but unable to come up with it. And it's a 4-1 lead now in favor of KP. Howe with the serve. A-Shide over now into the hands of Addie Bando, and that one is going to be a tool as Addie Bando picks up another kill. It's 4-2. Addie now up to 16 kills on the night. Serve on the way. They'll work it now to Maggie Pashaw. That'll be played up by Addie Bando over to Langle, and Langle drops one in. Arp with another assist on the night. And we've got a kill for Ella Langle, her 4th. IKM-Manning has pulled within 1 here at 4-3. Addie Bando serve, played by Claire Pashaw over to Maggie Pashaw from right, blocked by A-Shide, a net violation. Nope, they're going to say 4 touches, so it was not blocked. We're tied at 4 apiece. Our second tie. Addie Bando again back to serve it away. Serve played up and over by Maggie Bashaw. Arp to Lindy, left side Langle, blocked but tooled out of bounds. Ella Langle's got 5 kills. She was our Culver's player of the game on Monday. And the Wolves have the lead here. Our first lead change in this 4 set. They lead at 5-4. Serve played up by Claire Pashaw up into the rafters right, able to keep it alive. Free balls it over. Lindy to Arp, right side A-Shide. Big swing down the line, and Keegan A-Shide with 14 kills on the night. 6-4 IKM-Manning. Wolves 1 set, 125-23. Kingsley Pierson 1 set, 226-24. IKM-Manning 1 set, 325-16. Addie Bando with the serve, played up that time by Claire Pashaw. Right goes right side to Foster, tipped across. Dug up by Lindy. Arp will go to Langle left side. Tooled again off of the block. Told you in the pregame that Coach Cron has done a fantastic job with this group. They work a lot on having a block in front of them and not being afraid to use the hands to get the tool and the kill. And you can see that coming here tonight with the way they have done that a lot here, especially with these last 3 sets. Addie Bando on the dig. Langle will set it up for a shot. Roll shot. Dug that time by Pratt. Howe over to Maggie Bashaw. She'll free ball it deep. Played by Lindy. Arp goes left side to Langle. Blocked. And that is going to be under the net off of IKM-Manning. 7-5. Foster again with the serve. Played by A-Shide to Arp. Into the middle, and that time, I didn't know if Trapp got a piece of it or if it stayed on the IKM-Manning side, but it was nearly an overpass. I don't think Trapp touched it, but A-Shide tried to get that third ball over, unable to do it. We're back to a 1-point lead here for IKM-Manning at 7-6. Lindy on the serve receive to Arp. Left side to Langle, but that set gonna pull her out. She's not able to get it, hits the antenna at 7-7. We always tell players, stay outside on that first step, because if the set goes to the pin, you can't get it if that first step takes you in. That time Lango went in. Sideways on the serve receive from Ascheid, and then Lango keeps it alive back to Ascheid. She'll attack out of the back. Howe on the dig. And now we've got Maggie Bishaw with the attack. Touch the net. Langle to Art. Back to Langle, and there's another one for Ella Langle. So now that the defense is focusing on Addie Bando and Ascheid, Harp is finding Ella Langle, and she's been swinging it well. Wolves back on top by 1 at 8-7. Kaylee Rasmussen will go back to serve. So Chanson over talking with Foster right now about what she wants her to do on the attack. Kaylee Rasmussen with the serve. That'll be played up by Forch. They get it to Hill, now over to Pratt, off of the antenna and out of bounds. And the Wolves lead it 9-7. Not going to be easy determining who our Culver's player of the game in here is tonight. This has been a well-played match. See my nephew Isaac Blankman down here. Ashton Arnold, who's been fantastic this football season, standing next to him. Stangle over to Arp, right side now to Ascheid off the net. Nice dig by Howe. Forch will get it back to Howe. She'll free ball it down the right side, played by Ascheid to Arp. Left side now to Langle. That'll be back left, played by Howe to right into the middle to Trap, and that'll be touched by Grun, and now pushed over by Grun off of the play from Ascheid. They work it to Maggie Bishaw off the net, and is that touched? It is. That'll be out of bounds off of IKM-Manning. Wolves lead is a 1 at 9-8. Hill to serve. Serve will come back middle, played by Rasmussen to Arp. Right side Ascheid down the line, and Keegan Ascheid's got 15 kills on the night. Wolves up here 10-8 in this fourth set. They lead it 2-1. So Forch will check out. Foster came in there, then came right back out as Claire Pashaw, the libero, will check in. The serve from Ascheid, though, into the net. And that'll make it 10-9. More postseason action tomorrow night. Kemper going to be in action. They're going to be hosting Des Moines Christian. Ascheid to Arp. Left side now to Langle. Block. Pop back up by Langle. Grun goes to Ascheid out of the back. Dug by Claire Pashaw over to Hill. Right side to right. Touched at the net. Played up by Rasmussen over to Arp. They run the slide to Grun. Blocked by Trapp, and that'll be a point for Kingsley Pierson. We're tied at 10 apiece. Both of these teams will play some players. IKM-Manning really, though, goes 8 deep, while Kingsley Pierson will play up to about 12, so you wonder if you go 5, if there will be a stamina question. Langle has it blocked. Stangle there to try and dig it, but unable to do so. We've got another lead change here in set 4, as Kingsley Pierson has taken an 11-10 lead. They'll serve it now with Maggie Pashaw. Serve played up by Ascheid to Art. Back to Ascheid. Back row attack out to the right. That'll be dug nicely, but back over by Hill. Grun to Arp over to Grun, and that'll hit the antenna. It's 12-10 in favor of Kingsley Pierson. Coach Cron talking right now with her girls out there, trying to tell them what she needs them to do. Doesn't want to call the timeout at this point. Stangle on the serve receive. Perfect pass to Arp. Now to Langle. Blocked. Pop back up by Langle. Tipped down by Trapp, but unable to get it over the net. And IKM-Manning on the board, down now 12-11. Addie Bando in for Langle. Stangle back to serve. Goodwin will check in for Maggie Bishaw for Kingsley Pierson. Serve goes back left to Claire Bishaw to right. Over now to Trapp on the right side. Down the line. Played up by Rasmussen to Arp. Left side Addie Bando. And that is going to be bouncing off of 3 different players. Howe got it over, but it was behind the antenna. And IKM-Manning will lead it here 13-11. Anna Hart, 1,000 digs. Amelia Cook, 1,000 assists. McLeah Clayburgh, 1,000 kills. All a little history for Coon Rapids Baird this season. And the serve by Kaylee Rasmussen going to be off a Hill, and Rasmussen will pick up her second ace serve. Actually, that was Stangle, sorry. So Stangle picking up the ace here tonight. Wolves have pulled within one at 13-12. Howe out of the left side, goes line off Ascheid, played by Grun, and Ascheid able to free ball it across. Hill backwards. Claire Pichal up to Howe left side, roll shot to the donut, dug by Ascheid. Arp goes left side to Addie Bando, tipped over left hand and drops in. She's got 17 kills here tonight. More importantly for IKM-Manning, that kill ties us at 13-13. Tied at 1-4-7, 10 and 13. Hill to right, free balled over by Trapp. Ascheid it to Arp, left side now to Addie Bando. Big swing down the line, touch, and off of Claire Pichal. Number 18 tonight for Addie Bando. And IKM-Manning has taken the lead back. He had the ace from Stengel and then back-to-back kills from Bando. They've recorrected the score, so IKM-Manning up 15-12. I was wondering if they were off here a moment ago. Addie Bando again with the attack. That'll be touched at the net. I'll work it over into the Howe. Touch to the net, dug by Ascheid into Grun in the middle. Blocked, it popped up into the air. Played by Goodwin to Hill. To right, off of Grun. Kept alive by Addie Bando, but not able to play it. And the Wolves now lead it here 15-13. Serve coming up here for Trapp. It's on the way. Rasmussen sideways. Stengel will throw it over to Ascheid. She'll free ball it across. Goodwin to Hill. Into the middle to Foster, and Foster will cut the Wolves' lead to 1 at 15-14. Serve played by Rasmussen to Arp, left side Addie Bando, blocked, played off of Rasmussen and under the net. And we are tied at 15 apiece. So Trapp, Peyton Trapp, the 5'8 junior, back to serve. Little float to the donut, played by Ascheid to Arp. Grun out of the middle, tips left front, perfect placement that time for Macy Grun, her 5th. IKM-Manning up 16-15. Olivia Lindy will serve as her and Caitlin Bando check in. Kaylee Rasmussen, Macy Grun will check out. Wolves with a 1-point lead in set 4. They're up 2-1. Claire Pichal over to right, over to Foster, and that'll be off of Ascheid. We're tied at 16. Tie number 6 in this set. The most ties we had was set 3 at 8. We had 6 ties in set 2, 3 in set 1. Kingsley Pierson trying to send this to a 5th, but a long way to go here in the 4th. Right back to serve. Comes left side, played by Ascheid to Arp. Back over to Bando on the left side. Down the line, and another one for Addie Bando. I've got her for 19 now on the night. And those are unofficial numbers. Wolves up here 17-16. 41 assist unofficially for Arp. Arp with the serve, and that one's going to sail long. We're tied at 17. Going to head back to the office, put together all of our player of the game banners. You'll find those on the CB Sports Network website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. And then we'll start typing up recap stories. Arp to Caitlin Bando, dug that time by Pratt, but that'll be an overpass to Stengel. Arp goes to right side, Ascheid down the line, played by Claire Pichal, kept alive by right off of the ceiling. And now Pratt's attack into the net, and the Wolves lead it here at 18-17. Addie Bando will serve it away for IKM-Manning. Serve on the way, played up by Pichal. That's Maggie Pichal to right, now to low out of the back row. Free balls it across, Lindy to Arp. Right side Ascheid, tipped to the donut, dug up by Pratt. Nobody takes the second ball, and the Wolves have a 2-point lead here in set number 4. 19-17, IKM-Manning. Addie Bando back to serve it away. The serve, played up by Howe, right out of the back. Gets it to Foster, right side, off the net, off of Ascheid, and that'll be off of Addie Bando, who is sprinting backwards. 19-18 IKM-Manning. Foster will go to serve. Lindy to Ascheid, over now to Langle. Dug by Foster, back left on the cross. Maggie Bichon pushes Donut. Lindy to Arp, right side Ascheid. Big swing, popped up off of Howe, off the rafters. Trap has to bump it over. Arp to Caitlin Bando. That'll be dug by Howe, but over the net and out of bounds. And Caitlin Bando picks up her second kill. 20-18 now in favor of IKM-Manning. Rasmussen and Grun in. Bando and Lindy out. Pratt will check out. Hill back in for Kingsley Pierson. Serve coming up. That'll be played up into the air by Claire Pichal. They'll work it now to Maggie Bichon in the middle, dug by Ascheid. Stangle to Langle, touch to the net. Nice dig by Howell. Right will go left side, Maggie Bichon. Blocked by Ascheid. And the Wolves are up 21-18. Timeout going to be called by Kingsley Pierson. We're back in 30 seconds here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Time is money. With today's busy lifestyles, one of the biggest benefits of banking with Templeton Savings Bank is the convenient service you get. TSB has a variety of products and services to meet your busy schedule, including 24-hour privilege status ATMs, online banking from anywhere, anytime, and mobile deposit to capture. The friendly, experienced staff at TSB is proving their commitment to you every day. You can count on it. Templeton Savings Bank, with offices in Manning and Templeton, member FDIC and proud supporter of IKM-Manning. Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. And what a volleyball match we've got going on for you here tonight as IKM-Manning trying to pull this one out in four. Audubon pulls out their matchup over Woodbine in four, winning the fourth set 25-10. Here it's 21-18. Rasmussen on the serve, played by Howe to Hill. Left side now to Trapp, pushes deep, sails it long. 22-18 in favor of IKM-Manning. Serve on the way by Rasmussen, played up by Howe, up and into the net. It's out of bounds off of the diving Hill. A serve for Kaylee Rasmussen. Wolves up 23-18. Rasmussen with her second ace here tonight. Serve by Rasmussen. That one's going to sail long. Break for Kingsley Pierson. It's 23-19. Serve coming up here for Hill. Back right, played by Ascheid to Arp. They'll go back to Ascheid off the right side. Touch to the net, played by Claire Pichal to right. Free balled over, Arp to Stangle. Ascheid out of the right side. It's match point IKM-Manning as Ascheid picks up another kill. Stangle with the assist. Ascheid with 16 kills. I've got Bando with 19 tonight. Keegan Ascheid with the serve. Played by right. They'll go back to her out of the left. Big swing. Blocked. Popped off of there. And we're going to get a lift. And IKM-Manning's going to win it here at 25-19 as they'll win it here by a final of 3-1. They'll advance to play probably up at West Monona coming up on Monday night. IKM-Manning winning it here tonight 25-23, 24-26, 25-16, and 25-19. Our Mackey Motors tailgate coming up for you next here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
Here's to the few among the few, to the farmers that set the bar for what's possible. Here's to the guys whose only loyalty is to excellence, to those who refuse to follow the herd. Here's to the best of the best and the Fendt tractors they choose. With the technology, efficiency, and unmatched engineering that defines what's possible, it's easy to see why the best run operations run Fendt. Come see for yourself at Robinson Implement, your Fendt dealer.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't say two birds with one stone. We say 2 damages with 1 deductible. With us, if your home and auto are both damaged in one storm, you will pay only 1 deductible. Talk to an agent about our 1 deductible advantage. In Manning, Iowa, contact Farm Bureau agent, myself, Kyle Wagner, at 712-655-5471. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Hey Wolf fans, Jeremy here with Manning Municipal Utilities, your hometown utility team. We are proud to provide Manning and our surrounding communities with electric, natural gas, and fiber internet, delivering reliable services, competitive rates, and helping grow our community stronger every day. We proudly support the IKM-Manning Wolves and wish all players and coaches the best of luck this season. Go Wolves!
Time is money. With today's busy lifestyles, one of the biggest benefits of banking with Templeton Savings Bank is the convenient service you get. TSB has a variety of products and services to meet your busy schedule, including 24-hour privilege status ATMs, online banking from anywhere, anytime, and mobile deposit to capture. The friendly, experienced staff at TSB is proving their commitment to you every day. You can count on it. Templeton Savings Bank, with offices in Manning and Templeton, member FDIC and proud supporter of IKM-Manning.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com.
We welcome you back here on the Mackey Motors Tailgate, brought to you again by Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years at running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Check them out online at MackeyMotors.com. Big win for the IKM-Manning Wolves tonight as they advance to a regional semifinal, knocking off Kingsley Pierson here tonight as the Wolves will improve to 28-8. Kingsley Pierson, outstanding ball club, going to fall to 21-11, and that is where their season will come to an end. So a really good win tonight for IKM-Manning against a good ball club. And again, I'll check when I get back. I don't have any other finals in front of me besides the other local stuff that's going on here tonight. I know East Sac still playing in set number 4 right now against Ridgeview, and that one over on Kick 106.7. But we'll find out who won that West Monona matchup tonight. If West Monona would lose, IKM-Manning would have an opportunity to maybe be able to host on Monday night, and that would be huge for the Wolves. But I think they'll take having to travel because it means that they're still alive and they're still playing, and they went out and played well here tonight. Again, those first 2 sets were dynamite. It was Kingsley Pierson taking a 1-0 lead in set 1, and then Keegan Ashide put IKM-Manning up 2-1. They would not trail the rest of the way. We would be tied at 13, then tied at 23. But Keegan Ashide had back-to-back kills to make it 25-23 and give the Wolves the victory. In set 2, IKM-Manning went up 1-0, but then it was Kingsley Pierson going up 2-1. They would hold the lead all the way through. IKM-Manning would tie it at 21. And then the Wolves would take a 22-21 lead. But then it was, again, Keegan Ashide making it 23-21. But then it was 3 straight for Kingsley Pierson to go up 24-23. Wolves would tie it at 24, but Kingsley Pierson got the final 2 points to win it 26-24 to even us at 1 set apiece. And then the Wolves kind of pull away late in set 3. They were down 13-12, tied it at 13. Macy Gruen with back-to-back kills made it 15-13 in favor of IKM-Manning. They would stretch it on an ace from Keegan Ashide to 18-13. And then Olivia Lindy with an ace to make it 21-16 and an ace to make it 25-16. That put the Wolves up 2-1. And then in the 4th set here tonight, Wolves got down early, down 1-0, trailed it 4-1. Ella Lango got hot swinging for him onto the left. She would give the Wolves a 5-4 lead, extend that lead to 7-4 off of another kill. Lango kept the Wolves in the lead after Kingsley Pierson tied it at 7, as she had a kill to make it 8-7. Keegan Ashide then put it up 10-8, but Kingsley Pierson wasn't done yet. They would rally back to cut it to and take an 11-10 lead after tying it at 10-10. They would lead up until the Wolves took the lead back at 14-13 on a kill from Addie Bando, and the Wolves then would extend that lead and end up leading the rest of the way. Macy Gruen put them up 16-15 after they were tied at 15. We were tied at 16, tied at 17, but that would be the last tie. Caitlin Bando had a kill to make it 20-18. The Wolves would extend that lead to 23-18 off of an ace from Kaylee Rasmussen, and then the Wolves again got the win as Keegan Ascheid had a kill to make it 24-19, and then they pick up the 25-19 victory here tonight. Awaiting head coach Michaela Cron and one of the girls, anticipating somebody coming up and chatting with me. I was down talking with them before the match tonight, so they know to come up. But again, when you win like this and it's your last home game, everybody's out on the floor right now and chatting with them. So we'll get at somebody's attention, and we'll get somebody up for postgame here shortly. We'll step away, take a break. Back with more of our Mackey Motors Tailgate as we come to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. MackeyMotors.com.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't say two birds with one stone. We say two damages with one deductible. With us, if your home and auto are both damaged in one storm, you will pay only one deductible. Talk to an agent about our one deductible advantage. In Manning, Iowa, contact Farm Bureau agent, myself, Kyle Wagner, at 712-655-5471. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Hey Wolf fans, Jeremy here with Manning Municipal Utilities, your hometown utility team. We are proud to provide Manning and our surrounding communities with electric, natural gas, and fiber internet, delivering reliable services, competitive rates, and helping grow our community stronger every day. We proudly support the IKM-Manning Wolves and wish all players and coaches the best of luck this season. Go Wolves!
Time is money. With today's busy lifestyles, one of the biggest benefits of banking with Templeton Savings Bank is the convenient service you get. TSB has a variety of products and services to meet your busy schedule, including 24-hour privilege status ATMs, online banking from anywhere, anytime, and mobile deposit to capture. The friendly, experienced staff at TSB is proving their commitment to you every day. You can count on it. Templeton Savings Bank, with offices in Manning and Templeton, member FDIC and proud supporter of IKM-Manning. Back here on the Mackey Motors Tailgate, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Check them out online as well at MackeyMotors.com. Joined in the postgame right now by the outstanding libero for the IKM-Manning Wolves, Anna Stengel, joining us here. An outstanding job. Great win for you and the girls tonight. You knew it was going to be probably a tight one. What do you think was the difference?
I think we just brought more energy. We knew that we needed to win tonight, and I think it's all through our minds, like, if we lose, we are done. Like, we need to use everything to our advantage and just keep going. How fun is it to play, especially like those first two sets where it's nip and tuck the whole way? You're probably having to hustle after every play because every play is going to mean something. So how fun are those? Yeah, it was just very nerve-wracking. It's like kind of like our emotions are up and down, made a mistake kind of down, and then we're like, we just need to stay up. Like, we're going to make mistakes. We got to get used to it and just move on. When you got a team that plays as many girls as they do and have as many different hitters, as a libero, how do you get prepped for that, knowing that it might be coming from a lot of different players at a lot of different angles? I mean, I just really tone in on watching their hand and where they're going, because a lot of them are just trying to slam it through our block, and I'm like, I don't really know what to do, but I'll stand right here and just kind of try to get it up, and that's everything. Just try to not let the ball touch the ground, and I think that was our main focus tonight. It was going to be weird, it was going to be different, but just to get a touch, that's everything. How was the communication in the back row tonight? I mean, we struggled a little bit at first, like it was a little, and then as we kept going, it was a lot better, and I feel like we just trusted each other, like, hey, she's going to go this way, Kaylee, that's your ball, or Olivia, that's middle back's ball, you have to go get that, that's yours, we're going to let you take it, and there's just kind of the little things that you change, like, hey, they're going to tip, Anna, that's yours. Like, we just have to adjust to that and figure it out right away.
So talk me through serve receive tonight. Sometimes it can be a little up and down for this team, but tonight I thought it was up the vast majority of the night. So how are you guys reading their servers, and how did you feel like you did?
I mean, we work on serve receive a lot in practice, and I think that helps, like, a lot. Like, all of us were in the back row, and it was just serve, like, everyone served at us, and it was just the people who play that row. So we just very used to it, and I think that helped a lot with, like, hey, Anna, you take Keegan's back, and Keegan, you got Anna short, and then it's just kind of the little communication things that helped going on over in practice that really just helped in the game.
I know as a libero, you're talking a lot to your hitters, telling them what's open. What did you see from their defense, and where were you telling, especially Keegan and Ella and Addie, where to swing tonight?
Tonight it was just like they put so many different people in the back row. Like, you never knew what they're going to do, and then you'd see it right away, and then they would just switch it. So I kept telling, like, hitters, if they're picking them up, just tip over the block. Like, it's right there. You just have to keep going.
Was that what was open the most tonight, do you think, was the tip over the block?
I would say that, and then, like, a roll shot right over the block. And I just think our hitters did a really great job of switching everything up, so that helped a lot.
What's this win mean for this senior group? I look back 4 years, your girls went through some struggles, and to be where you're at now, how does this feel?
I mean, it means everything. Like, we worked so hard for this in the past, and it's so great to have so much success now, and I'm really proud of how far we've come. But it sucks, like, Grace isn't here experiencing with us, but it's just, let's play for Grace, and let's do everything for Grace and just keep winning.
You get a chance to play for her Monday. I'm looking forward to seeing you and the girls up at West
Thank you.
Monona, unless they lose tonight and you get a host. That would be great. But otherwise, we'll see you up at West Monona. We'll talk now with head coach McKaylee Cron, and Coach, you heard Anna there kind of talking. For you, what was the difference in set one, and then what happened in set two that you weren't able to pull that one out late?
I think we play in the WIC. We see a lot of quick offenses.
Right.
And this tonight they just set the ball a lot higher, so it slows down just everything. Even our blocks, it was like we're jumping way too early, and I think those first two sets, it would definitely, like, set one, getting used to everything. Set two, it was just like they did it too many times, and then we weren't quite adjusting. We went to the hallway, kind of talked, and it was like, you have to look at the hitter versus the ball because the timing is so much different tonight versus other nights that we play.
Was that the biggest adjustment that allowed you to win sets 3 and 4 a little more comfortable?
I think that, and just speeding up our offense. I said, if we can hit the ball and we can take care of our side of the net, we should be fine. I didn't feel like they were digging us really. If we could swing, we were doing okay. If we could stay in system, all those things definitely helped us. I just think, a little bit of energy, all of it. We said, like, the sets are high, everything's slower there. I said, you got to try to make that energy somewhere else. Then they subbed like every other, so that slows down the game a little bit, just all those things put together just slowed it down. So I was like, if you can, like, hustle off the court, hustle on the court, anything that you can try to do to make a little bit more energy and more, like, speed on our side would help.
I really thought tonight was kind of an overall team win, because early it was Keegan, then Addison had a run hitting the ball well, then Ella had a run hitting the ball, and then Carly kind of sprinkled in Macy and Caitlin. They didn't get a ton, but they got some crucial ones for you. And then it was kind of back to Addison and Keegan. It was just kind of keeping them off base a little bit.
Yeah, I thought Carly did a nice job of moving it around and kind of feeding the hot hitters. I know she did Macy on that slide like 3 or 4 times in a row. I think she could have thrown one in front back in there, but that's okay because it was working. So it was like, let's keep doing it.
And one thing that jumped out to me tonight, a lot of times I noticed if she had a hitter that maybe made a mistake, she wasn't afraid to go right back to him to say, I've got confidence in you.
Yeah. And I think our whole team does have confidence in our hitters, That's been our kind of ride or die right now. So hopefully we can stay in it.
Do you feel like you guys got enough touches and blocks? The Howe girl, for a while there out of the left, was really cranking it through the block. So how did you feel like you guys did defensively there?
We talked a lot about pressing our shoulders together because it was almost going through the girls' hands or, so and then watching them versus like watching the ball. I felt like sets 1 and 2, not as many touches and stuff, but sets 3 and 4 a lot better. And they get excited off that too, so that helped the momentum.
Do you feel like you guys served well tonight?
I thought so. I thought sometimes we served right to the player, like into the zone versus making them move. So I wish we could have like made them move a couple steps versus serving right to them. But we didn't have a ton of missed serves. We had some. We always have some. Not at like super crucial times, I felt.
Have you heard anything on the Woodbury Central West Monona match? I haven't seen anything yet. So do you know much about either one of those teams, or was tonight just really about focusing on Kingsley Pierson?
Mostly focusing on Kingsley Pierson. I watched a tape earlier this season against another team that was West Monona.
Okay.
So they played West Monona, so I've seen them play. And so I know a little bit, but not a ton.
All right, well, I tell you what, we'll see you Monday, hopefully here, but maybe up in Ottawa. So congratulations on the win. Appreciate you joining us.
Thanks, Jeff.
You bet. Head coach again, Michaela Cron again with the IKM-Manning Wolves. We'll step away, take a break. We've got our Culver's Player of the Game coming up right after this timeout here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
For more than 40 years, Culver's has brought you fresh, never frozen deliciousness. And since 2012, they've been proud to serve the Carroll community. From mouth-watering burgers to one-of-a-kind custards, the goal at Culver's is simple. Satisfy your hunger with the highest quality products delivered to you with a smile. Whether you're a coach, player, or parent, Culver's is the perfect destination to build team spirit. Don't forget, order the post-game meal online right now at culvers.com. Culver's, welcome to delicious.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't say two birds with one stone. We say two damages with one deductible. With us, if your home and auto are both damaged in one storm, you will pay only one deductible. Talk to an agent about our one deductible advantage. In Manning, Iowa, contact Farm Bureau agent, myself, Kyle Wagner, at 712-655-5471. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Welcome you back here on the Mackey Motors Tailgate, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient again of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 16 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Check them out online as well at MackeyMotors.com. IKM-Manning defeating Kingsley Pierson tonight, 25-23, 24-26, 25-16, and 25-19. This was a team win. You just heard me say that to Coach. Some great numbers for Addie Bando tonight. I had her unofficially with 19 kills. Keegan Ashide with 16 kills. Ella Lango with 7. Carly Yarp, I'll figure it here real quick. She had 42 or 43 assists on the night. You had Keegan Ashide again, also added 3 aces and stuff. But I thought the back row maybe had their best match of the season in serve receive, and they were covering a ton here tonight. And I give Anna Stengel a lot of credit. I do not keep dig stats, so I don't have her dig stats or any serve receive stats for her. But going with Anna Stengel tonight as our Culver's Player of the Game. I'll get a banner put together of Anna coming up later tonight. We'll get that on the CB Sports Network website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. This is Jeff Blankman saying thank you for listening to volleyball coverage here tonight on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.